These competitors are definitely feeling the heat today. And there they go, neck and neck around the corner. Can he beat him? He beats him, yes! Unlike any other racing series, you are going to see door-to-door contact out there, so don't worry about it. It's part of the game. These guys can handle it. These trucks may have four-wheel drive, but they're definitely not forgiving out there on the track. And there he goes, on two wheels. Can he recover it? He lands it. These racers definitely have a lot to handle. These trucks boasting up to 900 horsepower and 20 inches of travel. Hey man, if you can't handle the heat, just stay out of the kitchen. It's going to get rough out there.
Good evening and welcome to the iRacing Short Course Series. This is round number 5. That's right. We are one away from the final of this championship. In the booth with me tonight, as my co-host is Jaden. How you doing, Jaden?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
1 second. I got you a little quiet. Let me turn you up a tad bit.
Alrighty.
All right. One more quick mic check.
You're good?
There we go.
Oh, wait. You're a little staticky now.
You're a little staticky now.
Wait, am I?
Possibly. I don't know. Let me crank myself up a tad bit. How's that?
Count to like 3 real quick.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. We'll just have to deal with it.
Alright.
All right, well, I hope everyone's having a good evening tonight. Tonight's series is brought to you by CBR Performance. And then our other sponsors for tonight will be Sparco, Ultra Wheel, AIM, CDZ Apparel, and Sunset Designs. Just so if anyone tuning in right now is, is not familiar with this series is a Pro 4 truck series. The pot is going to be for first place $1,000, second place gets $500, third place gets $250. That's for the top 3 champions. Sparco is putting in goodie bags for the top 3. Ultra Wheels is giving a free set of wheels to the champion. A lot of these guys do race outside of iRacing, so they will be getting wheels for their whatever vehicle it is. AIM is giving the winner either a $200 gift card or $100 cash per race. And then CDZ Apparel is doing 6 pit crew t-shirts for the champion. And then Sunset Designs is doing a free wrap for the champion. So a lot of stuff going out for these guys for a very short 6-run season.
Yeah, really. I might have to do next season just to give that a shot.
If you like driving dirt.
Oh, I love dirt.
Yeah, these Pro 4s are a lot of fun. I can't say enough how much blast it's been driving these things, running these tracks.
Yeah, they are a blast to watch, but they can be tough to drive at some points, especially around those tighter corners.
Yeah, and especially on the launches. So this field isn't as big as it was. A lot of people are going to be missing out on this race. They've been running about like 16 guys each race, and on those like just first couple of turns, you're talking about like mid-pack pileup, eight people. Can't really avoid it. Yeah, so far right now, Mitchell DeYoung has been the reigning champion for the past 4 races. Did Luke win the first one? Yeah, I believe Luke won the first one, and then Mitchell is bringing it home with the rest of the races. So he's the guy to catch, and we'll see what happens out there. We did have some people try and reel him back in, but it got a little tough out there. Hopefully some guys can catch up to him and throw out some decent times. And it looks like, yeah, Mitchell's still throwing down a great time. Look at that. He's got a 35-38, 35-47 from Cameron Peterson.
I believe that would be Peterson.
Is it Peterson?
Oh no,
It's Peterson.
might be right.
Yeah, I think
Peterson,
Peterson has a. It's got a T in it. Peterson.
Yeah, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's Peterson.
Sorry if we sabotaged your name.
He's running in the all chrome paint. Let's go ahead and run through the lineup on everyone out here so you guys can maybe see who we got. So we got Luke in the number 54 Ultra Motorsports. Let's get a better angle. Sorry about this. There we go. Zach rolling it. All right, we have Cameron Peterson in the all chromed out number 1. Leighton Kramer in the number 2. Once again, Luke. Ronald Johns is running in the number 02. Looks like we might have a number mix up there. Zachary Drapkin is running in the 56 with the red line oil. Trenton Braley is running in the 17. That's, I believe, Calgard. Mitchell DeYoung in the number 24 all white. And then we have Daniel Charmonte in the 73 running all the league sponsors. Or is that on top of it says shift? Can't read the front part. And then we have Darrell Gibson in the number 10, just going for a quick roll. Don't mind him. Ooh, he gets clipped. So these guys are just warming up, trying to throw down some qualifying laps as best they can. All right, so in tonight's booth, we will have Luke joining us, doing a quick lap around the track, giving us an inside look on how he's going to take the track and what might, play out best for him. This track is a tough one compared to Wild West. Wild Horse, to me, is more action-packed. I think a better track. I think Wild West is more of a you have to be very consistent in Wild West. It's more of just kind of driving the same lines and throwing down really good times. Wild Horse, you have those triplets right before another bend, and so it's mainly just being reactive, trying to handle the situations. Consistency is key in racing, but with those triplets, it kind of throws a unknown into the race, and a lot of these people have to do your best to go through there, line it up, and then leave. Especially when you got a guy next to you, it gets pretty tough. So have you driven the Pro Force at all, Jaden?
Yeah, I have before. I don't really do it too often, but I'm starting to get into it more than what I was before. But they are a blast to drive for sure. Definitely have to kick that rear end out through the corners. And if there's a jump right before it, that always helps too, to slide the truck sideways through the jump, and it sets you up for the corners pretty well most of the time.
Yeah, the Pro Force are nice because you don't really have to power slide as much as you do with like a Pro 2. I personally like the Pro 2s. I like power sliding.
Oh, I do too.
It's so much fun. But the Pro 4s, you can kind of just point your nose and it goes. That rhymes. But in all honesty, it's true. These four-wheel drive trucks, they have so much speed and power behind them that they just, you just can grab and go with it. You don't really have to rely too much on setting up a slide. And you can kind of see the angles of the trucks are different too. They're really driving with the front. Unlike, the Pro 2s, you'll see these guys get really sideways on a Pro 2 and then correct themselves as they leave the turn.
Yeah, these trucks are definitely easier to control than the Pro 2s, no doubt about it, but it's still a lot of fun to watch.
All right, looks like Luke should be tying up some of his laps right now. Hopefully he's almost all finished so we can pull him into the booth. Man, I can't still go over the bathrooms. I can't believe I fell asleep. That was rough. All right, 1 second. Looks like I'm having some mic trouble. Let me work on it real fast. Is that any better for the mic?
It's still staticky.
I
I
think
wonder what's up with it.
I don't know. I think I maybe have like something like just gaining power over it. Let me see if I turn something else off. How's that?
Count to like 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay, I know what the problem is then. Did it come back?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's the music.
Oh, is it?
Bummer. Yeah, I gotta go put it on a grounded line instead of just a standard line input. That's a bummer.
Ah.
Sorry about that. I'll turn it off once in like 2 minutes. But
Oh,
let
no,
me get
it's no big
Jaden
deal.
in here or Luke in here real fast.
How long is our qualifying? 15 minutes.
I don't have the ability to move. No. They didn't give me the ability to move people. Hey, Jaden, can you jump up to the driver's booth and ask Luke to come down to interview room?
The iRacing chat?
Yep.
Luke?
Yep, Luke. Sorry about this, guys.
Alright.
Okay, cool. Did you say he is, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hello?
Hey, Luke, sorry about that. I don't have the ability to move people right now, so it's gonna have people gonna have to jump in. So, you know, you're gonna be doing the lap around the track right now. So go ahead and roll out and give us a little run through of how you feel about what you're gonna be doing on the track.
Well, first off, you start on the front stretch. You have a big booter jump. And then you have like a little kicker into the corner. You want to stay in third gear around turn 1. And kind of get up on this bank because it's like a little glitchy and gives you like a high-speed run. Enter up high, basically come to a virtual stop, and then shoot to the bottom. That was kind of like a bad line, but
Yeah, lift it a little
same
bit.
thing in
That's
this
okay.
corner. All the way to the top, come to the stop, basically a stop, and then shoot to the bottom. Through the rollers, all the way to the top of the berm, and then shoot down. It's a lap.
All right. So looking at your qualifying times right now, you are running in third on the start. You got Cameron and then Mitchell in front of you. Do you think you're going to be able to reel these guys in during the race? Because I know for like the round 2 and round 3, you pretty much were on Mitchell's butt the whole time. You had him like the last couple laps. I think if you had a couple more laps to go after him, I think you definitely would have been able to catch up to him and really give him a fight for the finish.
Yeah, I finally got back up to speed. I've been practicing all this week. Last week I didn't practice at all before the race, so this time I'm coming a little bit more prepared.
Good. All right. Well, let's see how that plays out tonight. I think you're going to be able to give him a good run for his money, and I'm excited to see all 3 of you guys kind of fight it out.
The top 3 are really close right now, so I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are so close in time. It's going to be, you guys are a tenth of a second off. So that's easy, door to door someone and then slowing them down just from battling them out on the track. But it looks like you got 30 seconds before qualifying's over. So I'll let you get back and get to the grid and we'll get ready for the race.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, sorry I can't drag you out. You're welcome, man. Good luck.
All right, you're good, buddy.
All right, there we go. That was Luke popping in the booth, showing us how he's going to take the track. And looking at his times, it's going to be a very, very close run for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the lap times between first to third. Looks like about just under 2/10 of a second. And then you see everyone behind them pretty stacked well on lap times.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty tight.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight run, especially off the break. It should be good.
So what do you think we should expect here? Like a lot of beating and banging?
Mid-pack's always beating and banging. Front pack is going to be very clean driving. A lot of pushing through. A lot of these guys in the front have been racing pretty clean, so I think we're just going to expect a clean race coming through for the front pack. The mid pack's always tough. But a lot of guys have been able to work their way up from, like being full rear, work their way through the mid, and then get up to the front pack. They do have a comp caution running in the middle, so that'll definitely get there. Let's put on some info real fast. So tonight's race hosts are Connor Berry, Bronson Charmonte. Broadcasting is done by Death Williams Media, and commentary is done by me, Randall Alvarez, and Jaden in the booth. Format for tonight's race, once again, as we've been talking, Luke Soul Wild Horse, Pro 4 trucks, qualifying 10 minutes, which just finished. Features going to be 20 laps with 2 stages, 10 and 10, and a caution in the middle. So probably about, it's going to roughly run up to 7 instead. All right, back to your question. Like I said, it should be a pretty good race, but we are like we have like half the amount of drivers that we usually have, so I think it's going to be more stretched out than the last couple.
More
races.
of a calm race.
Yeah, lots of really good drivers out there. So not entirely calm, but maybe a little cleaner on the doors.
Oh, I think we both registered as a driver.
You have to, because right now it's in hosted sessions. It's not it's not a season thing, so yeah.
You think I can still make the championship if I started right here?
Definitely. I think
I'll carry the Death by Moose onboard cam.
Just following in from the rear here, I can really catch up to this last guy.
I'm struggling. Send it.
She's bucking like a wild bull as I go over these triplets.
Oh, great time.
Yeah.
So these races, I'm guessing, usually go by pretty quick, only being a short distance of 26 laps.
Yeah. They, you're talking about what are they running? 34s. So,
yeah.
It's going to go by in like 15, 20 minutes. Oh, it looks like they pushed the lap count to 25 or 26 to fill for the caution. Oh, there's nothing.
There they go.
All right, I'm going to need you to spot ahead of me because these guys go fast with these cameras.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah, dude. I have to keep up with these guys manually. It's like nutty. I'm like constantly just clicking cameras and then trying to commentate.
All right, I'll keep an eye on it with a blimp cam.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, these things do haul for sure. I mean, I don't know much about them, but they're definitely a blast to drive, no doubt about it.
All right, so pace car's off, getting ready to do the green flag as they come around the bowl.
Here they go.
Nice tight pack for the launch.
As
And
they're
there
off.
we go. Green flag drop. Clean launch from Luke there. Diving on the inside. Oh, looks like
contact.
Zach getting on the inside of Leighton right there.
Oh,
A couple guys right in the high wall. Or the outside wall.
no kidding.
It happens. It's pretty hard to keep it straight. Oh, and they're pinching through.
And a gaggle. Nice. Giant gaggle right there.
Oh, yeah. But clean passing through. That was nice. And it looks like Luke coming on the inside. Can he line himself up for those triplets? Yep. But Cameron Peterson still on his tail. Dude, he's not giving him any space. Look at that.
They're 3 wide behind you. For a quick second, they were with the 20 of... or it might
the
be
number
the
2.
02.
That's Ronald Johns. Oh, catching the
Yeah.
back of the number 7, I believe. Oh, no, that was the number 73. Uh-oh. Peterson having a rough run through that corner.
Definitely some action-packed racing going on early on
Oh, yeah.
so far. Already see some of the fenders beat up on the trucks, especially the bumpers as well.
You know, honestly, and we have a send from the 73.
Oh.
A little uncalled for, but came in hot.
Good old slide job right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it,
Wasn't
buddy.
the cleanest one.
Hey, you gave him a little kiss. That's all.
Robin's racing. Oh, and the truck upside down.
Oh, yep, I can see that on the outside of the camera. That's a bummer.
That is a Daryl
It looks
Yeah,
like
Daryl
Gibbs.
Gibson.
Oh man,
Tough break.
lap 4 too.
Still early on. He might be able to recover from it if it keeps his head in the game.
All right, looks like Luke still trying to reel in Mitchell right now, and still not much change. Like these guys are like pretty much dead nuts on like same times. You know, you're not seeing much of a change between their laps. It's pretty crazy. You know, Luke is running. 1 second. Yeah, Luke's running last lap. You know, 0.2 slower. Little less than that. That's crazy. You know, you're
Looks like
right behind
like
that guy.
Yeah, looks like the 10's pulling off the track now.
He's probably trying to fix some
Probably.
damage.
Yeah, get that damage repaired.
Honestly, doing that now is probably going to pay off just because there is a stage caution. So get that damage repaired, get back out, you know, at lap 10 for that stage caution, and then try and win the race. You know, you will be in the back, but at least you can come in and throw down some good times.
You got to make sure you get your lap back too. I don't know how that works.
I believe they get a
here.
wave around.
Oh, that's sweet. You see everyone just sending it into that hairpin right there.
Oh yeah, that that hairpin is Sin Central.
Cameron almost got into Luke right there.
So, what do you mean by what are you looking out for on the track, Lewis?
What's up?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to the commentary on YouTube.
Oh. All right.
Oh, it is Peterson. I apologize for that. We were wrong. Or you were right. I was wrong.
You see him ripping the cushion through the corners.
Yeah, and
Definitely
so
a
like
blast
when they come around that
watch these guys.
that bowl, let's go back to turn 1. So they come to the turn 1, they can pretty much, you know, you're just doing a nice power slide through turn 1. So it's a nice solid move. A lot of guys are going to run the same line. They're going to get to the outside wall, and they're just going to ride that outside wall. So you can see right there in the number 56 Zach riding it. As they come into this corner, this would be turn 3 after the hairpin and the jump. They actually want to stay as far right as possible, so that when they come into the these triplets here, it's softer on the inside, and then when they hit the bowl, they can line it up with a nice outside run and just pretty much sit in third gear the whole time or fourth and just roll through it really, really fast.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up battle for a second though, heating up.
Uh-oh, we have a car slowing down on the track. That's the number 10. Looks like he turned himself in right before the triplets. Okay, he's doing something good. He's pulling off. That's good.
Letting the leaders by. Good sportsmanship by him.
Yep. And that's also a scary thing with these trucks. It's like motocross.
Yeah.
The moment you fall, dude, everyone's right behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to scoot out of the way.
Yeah, just limp it off the tough blocks.
Exactly.
Battle for second still going on though.
Yeah, and
Cameron
looks
and
like
Luke.
Mitchell really stretched himself out there. Now he's almost 3 seconds ahead. Luke having Peterson right behind him.
Definitely puts a lot of pressure onto him. But definitely Mitchell liking what he's seeing in the mirror right now.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
and caution's going to be coming out soon, so...
Already almost halfway through this race. Definitely goes by quicker than you would think, without a doubt.
These
It does.
These
It
laps
goes
are
quick.
so fast. Luke.
So
What's up?
how many drivers will get stage points, or are there even points for the stages?
There are points for the stages, so I believe it's everyone gets points for the stages. They didn't give me a printout of the what
Exact
everyone
amount.
gets.
Yeah. So this could potentially.
So
be
like right now,
battle for
up in the
the
front, I believe Luke and Mitchell are fighting for overall season points.
Mm-hmm.
I think Luke's still ahead of Mitchell if you count the first race. If you don't count the first race, Mitchell's ahead by like I want to say like 30 points or so. I need to pull it up to look at it.
There's the stage break right now.
Yep, and there we go. That is going to be the caution coming out, splitting the field. All right, so that is the caution for the halfway point. That's going to line us up for another. Looks like that was on lap 13, so another 13-lap split or 10-lap split towards the end. So far, solid racing. People to watch out for: Luke, Mitchell, and Cameron. These guys are pushing it.
So who else in the battle for the championship here?
Well, let me pull it up. I have it on my phone.
Because from, I believe what you said, this is the second to last race of the season.
Yep.
So points can matter huge for this race if there's not a big points difference.
They matter a lot. As I try to find the
So
list.
far, Mitchell de Jong dominating this race.
Yeah, he's been the one to fight the whole way through. And at the moment, it's been a tough one for a lot of people. There we go. Okay, so looking at... hopefully that didn't play live. The last point standings, let's see, current point standing, non-drop race. So Leighton is behind, so it's Luke with 187, Leighton Kramer with 180, Mitchell with a 168, Zach with a 152, and then Mickey Thomas, who's not here, with a 148. So top four would be Luke in the 187, Leighton in the 180, and then once again Mitchell and then Zach.
So definitely a really tight points battle going into this race, and possibly the final race of the season as well. It looks like they will be going back green this time around.
Yep, that's correct.
One thing that is awesome about the Pace truck is it will do some of the, it goes over the jumps and it will ramp them sometimes.
I know, so I love it when it like goes off a jump and then it cuts right through the wall and you're like, what?
Exactly, it's like, what's going on? As they're bumper to bumper coming back to the ramps, green flag back in the air.
And there we go.
They're gonna send it into the corner, almost possibly a little contact for the lead.
No, looks like
Oh, truck on the wall.
Clean. Yeah, I just saw that.
Down in the background.
All right, this is the dangerous part, is honestly the inside. Oh, Leighton coming in
huge
hot
slide
and slide jobbing the Peterson there. That's not going to be good. Oh, and he gives it back to him. Look at that.
You got to do what you got to do to get these points. No
Yep.
doubt about it. So it looks like Mitchell pulling away a little bit with the race lead as they go through turns number 1.
Yeah, with the front guy, Mitchell, he's actually a professional rallycross and iRacing. So he's probably a little more experience behind the wheel with, just off-road trucks. A lot of these guys do race in real life off-road.
That is awesome.
Yeah, these guys, a lot of them race like mod karts. I know Zach races, I think he's either pro or pro-am buggies. And then
That's awesome.
a couple of these guys, race mod karts and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome to see, the competition, everyone coming out here and competing. But
And then you got, then Then you got us. You're wanting to skip Barber. And then you got me driving the late models.
Exactly. I just like the skips. I don't know why. They're just cool.
Oh, they're amazing. It's a battle for second.
Oh, and we got someone just turn. Upside down. Yeah, I just switched cameras as that happened. And the caution is out. That is going to give Luke and Cameron another chance to catch up to Mitchell. And that's what they need. They had a really tough battle. Cameron reeling Luke back in. And honestly, to answer your question, Lewis, Mitchell, I think, has just been running more consistent lines. If you look at his time spread from his best lap, well, I can't see it from the last lap, but his time spread from the best lap that he has is honestly like it usually spreads by like maybe 1/10 to 2/10. So he's very consistent, and the fact that he's in first and he's up in the front gives him the room to really breathe and drive the lines that he wants. A lot of those guys that are having to fight are having to compromise on their lines, and that's going to really slow them down.
This will definitely tighten things up once again here at the Wild Horse.
That is correct.
Wild Horse Pass.
There was a caution out. It was one car got turned over at the top hairpin of turn 2.
So it looks like this is the one to go. So we'll be getting the green this time around. Definitely will be another intense restart. Possibly see a lot more contact too with it being late in the run.
Oh yeah. And it looks like the 73 is either serving an EOL or just running himself to the back. He might have been the one that caused the caution. All right, now since we're on a caution still, and oh, looks like choke car's off. Never mind.
They're gonna stack them up once again, get bumper to bumper.
Yep, and that's really the key to these launches. You need to stay as close as possible to the leader. You give him any room to breathe on these green flags, he's gonna pull way too fast. And there we go, green flags out. Luke, the clean launch as they come into turn 1.
They're going to have to send it through into
the
this hairpin. It looks like he floats up a little bit into the wall.
No! He caught his back!
What just happened?
Luke caught the back end of his bumper, I think. Oh, man, that's
There's a ton of contact going on, and it almost hits into the tire barrier.
Luke needs to just straighten it out for... Oh no!
And they're wrecking. They're wrecking all over the place.
Looks like Leighton just came in a little too hot in there and stalled himself around that corner, and everyone else, you're coming in hot too. So there's one person stalled. You don't have much time to recorrect.
No, not at all.
Oh, all right, 5 laps to go. Leighton getting rough with Luke. Not moving around much.
Out front, Mitchell dominating so far. You see, he does have a lot of fender damage on the truck. That's all he's been using them.
Yeah.
Or he's been getting used.
All right, let's go ahead and ride in here so you guys can maybe see what Luke sees out in the track. We'll jump in the gyro so you guys can get a feel for how much this rocks. And a lot of these guys actually drive in VR, or they have multiple screens. So for the guys that are in VR, you're talking about motion sickness alley for them, especially as we come into this section right here. You guys just check it out. So a lot of rocking, and then you hit this triplets, and it really is just, you got to send it, and hopefully you make contact where you need to go, because it just rocks around. And you can listen to those engines right now as he, nice and easy, not mashing the pedals. He comes through the corner, just keeps it nice and easy, about half throttle, stays in gear, picks it up. Just nice and smooth.
Yeah, engines are definitely screaming on these trucks, which is awesome to hear. Definitely sound amazing on here.
Oh, yeah.
As they're coming to 2 laps to go this time around, Mitchell DeYoung. I believe that's how you say your last name.
DeYoung,
sure.
I believe.
DeYoung?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd make more sense. Mitchell DeYoung Taking the 2 laps to go right now. Going through turns number 1. So far, put on a dominating performance in this race.
Catch these guys jumping over.
What would be interesting is a caution. Not trying to jinx it.
Don't say that.
Oh, it's for the content, though. No, I'm kidding.
You cut that out. Uh-oh, and we have a roll.
Oh!
Can he get it on all fours? He is not a turtle tonight, guys. Little jab
going.
at Zach there.
Got to keep it going, at least.
Yes, he did. All right, as we come into the final lap, Mitchell leading it. Cameron up ahead of Luke. That's rough. Luke is running really well.
Him.
And I don't think he's going to be able to catch him. It's kind of.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it's already set in stone.
Unless
there's
a big mistake happens.
Yeah, unless a big driver error through the triplets comes up, it's all him. It's in the bag.
And that looks like that's going to seal it.
As they come into the finishing straight. Checkered flag out. And that's right, Mitchell taking first place, followed up with Cameron, Peterson, and Luke for your top 3. Solid run, and it looks like that is going to be it for tonight, guys.
Definitely a great race to watch.
Yeah, that was intense.
That was awesome.
All right, we'll let these guys cool off a little bit, and then we'll start bringing them into the booth one at a time. Thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. Once again, tonight's race is brought to you by CBR Performance, Sparco, Ultra Wheels, AIM, CDZ Apparel, and Sunset Designs.
Hey, Randall.
Yep.
I'm going to head over and go do the league race real
All
quick.
right, you got it, man. Thanks for popping in.
All right.
You have a good night.
Oh, no problem. You too, man.
All right, looks like everyone's pulling off to the side. Let's pull them in one at a time. Oh, there we go. Hey, Luke, this is the booth. You copy?
I got you.
Hey, man. Solid run. I know you got caught up on that last restart. Kind of got a little rough. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Can't believe I just did that. There we go. You got caught up in the back end. Did you clip Mitchell on that corner, or did you get clipped by someone else?
Mitchell said after the race he got up a little too high and came down and hit me, but I'm glad I saved it. Rebounded for a podium.
Yeah, no, you had me scared there. Because
I drove such a good race and that just ultimately screwed me.
Yeah. He hit that wall and then came down, and it's just not much you can really do because I think he was really trying to get past you, and you were pretty much you're ready to pass him, and it was just one of those.
Yeah, that was the restarts. I was way better than him, and that was my only spot I think I could have passed him because I was on his inside. If I could have got to his inside in turn 2, it'd been perfect. But
yeah,
it's all good.
It happens, man. But once again, pretty solid run. How'd you like racing with Cameron Peterson?
I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. He kind of roughed a lot of people up. He roughed me up. He roughed Mitchell up. He roughed Leighton up. He roughed a lot of people up. He didn't really, in my opinion, drive with respect like a bunch of other guys.
Oh, that's a bummer, man. Yeah, it looked like he was getting a little pushy out there. And it happens with these trucks, but I think you kept it pretty clean. And a lot of guys, were keeping it pretty clean out there. So hopefully, maybe it was just I don't know, getting his feet wet out there. I know. He threw down some pretty decent times, but on those restarts, I was really rooting for you. I was hoping you get past Mitchell.
Like jumping in and out, Moose.
I am? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. Probably a network issue.
Well,
other than that, overall for the race, you got round 6 coming up. Point-wise, you're going to be pretty close to, I believe, Leighton and then Mitchell. What do you think you're going to do to maybe improve your run at Wild West?
I don't know. Mitchell said he might not be there next weekend, so
score
could be my time to shine.
Yeah, think so. We'll see what happens. Is there anyone you'd like to thank before the before I move you out of the booth?
Yeah, I'd like to thank just Ultra Wheels for being my title sponsor and a sponsor of the series, CBR, Sparko, CDZ Apparel, Sunset Sign Designs, AIM, and Connor, Bronson, and Zach for putting on the series, you for broadcasting, Mitchell, Leighton, Zach, all the fast guys for having a clean race. It was fun.
Yeah, no, it was a blast to watch. You guys blew through that. The previous races get a little rough for the mid pack, but with I think the amount of drivers you have in the field right now, I think is a good set, and you guys are definitely keeping it very clean out there. So other than maybe some driver issues, it's been pretty solid, and that was a really good run that you threw out there.
Yeah, for sure. It was fun.
All right, thanks, man, and I hope you have a good evening.
Too.
All right, on to our next racer, Cameron Peterson. Hey, Cameron, this is Booth. You copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Let me 1 second. I got to adjust your audio.
Nice.
Forgot to do a sound check for everyone. All right, want to give me a quick sound check?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So, you had came in at second place with your qualifying, and then had a pretty good run till the first caution, and then you got lined up behind Luke, and then kind of you fought your way back up again. How'd you feel about this race? You know, being the first race that you've raced with these guys out here.
The first thing that got me off guard is just the setup. This is pretty much the only thing I race. Stepping away from my setup, it really puts a toll on your driving ability, and like there was some contact throughout the race, and although definitely wasn't on purpose, it was just kind of inexperience with the setup and unexpected movements of the track and such. I'd never want to door bang with anyone or anything like that, but to race with these guys is awesome. Don't mind at all coming second to Mitch. He's a great driver. Luke gave me a great run as well, and yeah, we had fun today.
Yeah, no, it was a blast to watch you guys race. Luke was mentioning he felt like you were driving a little rough, but I can definitely see where, you know, driving a different setup definitely, you know, throws you off your game a little bit. Maybe you're used to the corner taking a corner a specific way and handling a little bit, because I know, you know, between setups, you know, it could change the vehicle from like night and day. It's pretty nutty how you guys tune these trucks and how well they can be tuned to the driver. Hopefully we'll see an open season or an open setup run pretty soon. But with the fixed setups, it's still pretty fun to watch you guys go toe to toe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really fun. Open setup would be a lot more competitive in a way. I mean, you'll see different lines. The lines that Luke and Mitch were running tonight, I've never run ever before.
Really?
That just goes to show for. Oh yeah, absolutely. Goes to show for the setup, right? And just had to change quite a bit my driving style, and it just threw me off guard a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely a good learning experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy with second.
I think you did a good job adapting to it. It really shows off with your experience. Do you think you're going to carry through with racing with these guys to the next season?
Yeah, I hope so. This was kind of a test run. I wasn't really trying to step on anyone's feet today, because I know guys are fighting for points and such.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be frustrating having like a new guy just come in and step on toes, but that's not why I was here. Just kind of get a taste of it before the next season starts. And that's pretty much why I'm here. And so
awesome.
Yeah, I think I will be.
Well, glad to have you, man. Hopefully we'll see you for summer. And before you're out of the booth, is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to thank guys at Jim Beaver Esports. They've signed on with me, and they just kind of showed me the ropes and how to be a team here, and they've opened up their vault of setups and knowledge and experience with me, and very thankful for them. Want to thank the sponsors as well. General Tire, Jim Beaver's Down and Dirty Show, Dirtfish, Super ATV, Ridgewood Industries LED Lighting, Gibson Performance Exhaust, Polaris Razor, 4-wheel parts, impact helmets, Vision Wheels, 07 Design, and Sant Racing Fabrication. And I'm still pretty new to the team, as you can see, because I don't have any of their stickers on my truck yet. But
yeah, you're running a crow machine tonight.
Yeah. I get comments from another league that it looks more like a spaceship.
I was gonna say, are you a big fan of Mad Max?
Yeah.
Fury
I can see
Road
that
there.
for sure. Absolutely.
Well, thanks for coming out tonight, man. Good to see you on the track. Hopefully, we'll work out the setups and we'll get you some more practice on them, so maybe you're a little used to it. But other than that, solid run today, and I can't wait to see you next race.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'll see you later, man.
Bye now.
All right, for our first place winner, let's run over to Mitchell DeYoung. Hey, Mitchell, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks.
No problem. Wow. There you go again. I believe this is the fourth race that you won back to back. Almost caught up, or almost had Luke catch up to you on that second restart. But it looks like you decided to take him out there. That was pretty aggressive driving on your part there.
Yeah, no, just that banking on the straightaway can be pretty rough sometimes. Just when you run up on it, the normal line, and just kind of comes off kind of hard. So, yeah, no, it was a really tough race. Both Cam and Luke were extremely fast, not only in qualifying but the race as well. So, just had to kind of hit my marks. Tried to learn. Or take what I learned from a couple weeks ago here and apply it. Yeah, everything kind of worked out, even though it was kind of hectic. But no, it was actually a really fun race.
Yeah, honestly, this is one of the best races I think I've seen. Just because the field isn't as big, so it lets you guys breathe a little bit and really throw down some really nice lines. So a lot of guys that were maybe having some trouble fight through the middle pack, that fight really wasn't there. So they can kind of like, where before you'd get like a 6 second, 8 second lead. Now, your lead is staying around like 3 seconds, and the other guys are you're talking about like maybe seconds or a second or 2 seconds from like the whole pack. So everyone's able to really stay grouped together, but kind of line themselves out and not really feel pressured on some of those corners, like going 2 or 3 wide.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just another classic case of track position, because I would say the top 3 there were pretty equal on pace in the race. So just kind of setting yourself up well on every restart, and luckily it worked out again this time.
Yeah, I had someone in the comments ask about your racing lines. What do you do different? Because I believe this is your second run through Wild Horse. Did you change some of your racing lines out there, or did you just try and keep as consistent as possible?
Yeah, change it up a little bit. The last race here was the first time I had driven this track, and I struggled pretty badly once the track became blue grooved, kind of after the last half of the race.
Mm-hmm.
So tried to kind of do a little examination from what worked last time, and figured out this time. So it kind of worked, just changing some things like really, really slightly, pretty much hitting the same line, but just some different techniques with kind of entering the corner and getting over that blue groove quickly. So I felt like I still had some work to do. It wasn't really perfect in the last restart. The track was pretty beat up, so have a bit more to figure out. But I think this is the last time we're at this track. So
yeah, that's why I was asking you. That way you don't have to worry about throwing away your secrets.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, so I guess for next time, I'll have to figure it out a bit better, because there's always room for improvement.
Definitely. Well, it's always good to see you out there, man, and you give these guys, really something to aim for too, which is really awesome. It's everyone's like, we just got to get Mitchell, so it's pretty fun to see everyone just kind of gunning for you. We'll cut this a little short. I know you just finished your split today for the 12 hours of Bathurst. I saw that post, and so you must be beat and be able to come out here and throw some awesome times. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man. No, it's a really long day, but yeah, big shout out to the series sponsors and you guys for putting on the broadcast, and everyone else for letting me run out here. It's been really fun so far.
You got it, man. Thank you for coming out. I believe I heard that you won't be at the next race. Is that correct?
Unsure yet. I hope so. I'll do my best. It's a bit like this one, where hopefully I suddenly have time on the Saturday. So do my best.
Well, hopefully you're out there. I definitely want to see you give these guys a hard time, and it's pretty fun to see them really gun for you out there.
Sweet. Yeah. No, appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, man. I'll let you go and have a good night and get some rest.
Sweet, thanks.
You got it. All right, that's going to be it for tonight. We just wanted to thank our sponsors one more time for this series, the iRacing Short Course Series presented by CBR Performance. Other sponsors being Sparco, Ultra Wheels, AIM, CDZ Apparel, and Sunset Sign Designs. Thank you guys for doing that and sponsoring and putting on this race. We wouldn't have such a great competition with a lot of these guys out here really throwing down some times and putting their heart on the line. Solid race from everyone. And hopefully we'll see what happens to the points for next race and see who's ready to take on the championship. And until then, I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll see you guys later.